I want to talk to you about a movie that I just watched. Called Meet Joe Black. I'm gonna turn the gain up on my Blue Yeti microphone just a little bit so that I can talk to you more clearly. This movie is directed and produced by a man named Martin Prest. And it stars Brad Pitt, Anthony Hopkins, and Claire Forlani. This movie is way too fucking long. It goes for 2 hours and 52 minutes. I will tell you a bit about this movie by reading the back of the DVD case. The character played by Anthony Hopkins is Bill Parrish, and he has it all: success, wealth, and power. Just days before his 65th birthday, he receives a visit from a mysterious stranger named Joe Black. Joe Black is played by Brad Pitt, who reveals himself as being Death. In exchange for extra time, Bill agrees to serve as Joe's earthly guide. But will Bill regret his choice when Joe unexpectedly falls in love with Bill's beautiful daughter, Susan, played by Claire Forlani? This movie was a big challenge to complete. I took 2 separate coffee breaks and a meal break, and I went to the bathroom 3 times. Upon further reflection, this movie didn't have a lot going for it other than what occurs at the 59-minute mark. 59 minutes into this movie, Jamaican lady who was in hospital. Brad Pitt immediately starts speaking in a patois accent, which is very funny to me. This was actually the reason I wanted to watch this movie. I had somehow been recommended that scene on my YouTube page, and after watching that scene, I was hoping the whole movie would have a similar feel to it. But after sitting through almost 3 hours of this fucking shit movie, I realize it only makes up about 8 minutes of the whole runtime. I'm gonna link that scene in the comments section so that you can decide if this movie is worth watching. However, I will say it's not a good reflection on the rest of the movie. I made a few notes that I wanted to bring up because there were things that stood out to me about this movie. But first I'm going to have a sip of my coffee. Notes. I'm scratching my eyebrows. There is a very strange relationship between Anthony Hopkins' character and his daughter, played by Forlani. Have you ever had a friend who kisses his parents on the lips when they greet each other? I have, and that's the relationship they have. They hold hands a lot, they cuddle a lot, and they kiss on the lips. I found this very interesting, especially considering they're on a film set. They would have had to write that into the movie, and they would need intimacy coordinators surrounding them. So it was an artistic decision. Forlani has a piece of shit boyfriend who essentially gets cucked by Brad Pitt. His name is Drew, and he is a corporate monster looking to purchase or merge Anthony Hopkins' business with a capital conglomerate. Anyways, that Drew guy was really annoying and was supposed to be the antagonist of the movie. But this movie, I wouldn't even say it has clear defining roles. Everyone is so boring. Every bit of dialogue is dragged out to the point where it's almost unwatchable. I thought it would be 11% score. That's an 11% score. 11. There was a very interesting sex scene in this movie. Spoiler alert. It's between Brad Pitt, aka Joe Black, and Claire Forlani. They have playful and intimate sex in Anthony Hopkins' high-rise apartment in what appears to be either New York or Manhattan. Actually, they might even be the same place. I'm not from that part of the world. The things I just told you are the only things I can remember from this movie. I suspect in a few weeks' time, I wouldn't even be able to recall the bare minimum plot of this fucking movie. It's so boring. It's so long. Do not waste your time. It doesn't really remind me of many other movies. So I guess it has that going for it. According to the Wikipedia, it's loosely based on a 1934 film by the name Death Takes a Holiday, which in itself is an adaptation of an Italian play. We are very close to hitting the 5 subscriber mark on my YouTube channel, and I have a very special movie planned to review once I reach this milestone. Let's tap on this piece of shit once again. There was one more thing I just remembered from this movie, which I might also include in the comments section.